1. Existential. Remember that time you're deep in a cave, just trying to mine some coal to cook food? Then you stop swinging your pickaxe. It's quiet. It's way too quiet. And out of nowhere, this thing happened. Your mind goes completely like, I'm the only one who's conscious in this cave. No, not only the cave, but the entire Minecraft world. That feeling is existential isolation. But what is this feeling actually for? Well, it's a lonely feeling that happens when you're in the forest alone, in the cave alone, in a big grass field alone, and it isn't trying to mess with you. It's just your brain telling you to go find people to be social with. Go find meaning in those small things after a big struggle. That's just how we're built. 2. Mono no aware. You ever walk out on the big grass field in Minecraft as the sun's slowly setting? You stop without knowing why. The wind moves through the grass. The grass stays still. The sky turns orange. Nothing is happening. You just know this moment's never happening again. In a few minutes, the sun will disappear, the colors will fade, and this quiet evening will become just another memory. Then it hits you. This sunset's reminding you that one day you'll have to leave this world and delete it forever, like it never existed. This feeling is called mono no aware. But what does this gently sad feeling actually try to tell you? Well, not the nostalgic feeling, but the pain of realizing that beautiful moments become meaningful because they are temporary. It usually hits like watching a sunset, when your friend left your world, or leaving your dog to sit outside your house, not knowing you'll stop playing this world at some point. And somehow, those moments are something, because they don't last forever. 3. Sehnsucht. Okay, so remember that time when you're standing on some huge mountain, alone, in a single-player world? The land goes on forever below you, absolutely gorgeous and completely empty, like nobody's ever set foot there. And your brain just does this thing where, out of nowhere, it wants you to go find something. Like an actual place, a village, a city, whatever, something with people in it. So you start walking toward the horizon, chasing it. And yeah, your brain just kind of forgets the world's literally generating as you walk. Every step just loads in more empty chunks in front of you. You're never actually going to get there, and you already know that, but you keep walking anyway. That's Sehnsucht. It's this German word that basically means a very specific kind of ache, longing for some place or some life or some feeling that's perfect, but you can never actually reach it. Not like it's hard to reach, it's just straight up impossible. That's kind of the whole deal with it. It usually happens when you log into a server, but there are no players. Standing on a mountain while looking at the edge of the world is another trigger, and it's most commonly triggered by hearing Minecraft music. But here's what that feeling is actually trying to tell you. The wanting was never the problem. Stop trying to arrive, and just let yourself have it for a second. 4. Sublime. Remember your first time climbing a mountain in Minecraft? You finally reach the top, and the world just keeps going. Oceans past the render distance, forests you'll never explore, mountains stacked behind mountains. For a second, you feel amazed. Then this happens. Not amazement anymore. You feel small, like your character's just one block in a world that keeps turning without you in it. That feeling has a name, the Sublime. So, is there any meaning behind it? Well, it's simply the overwhelming feeling of awe when confronted with something so vast or powerful that it is both beautiful and terrifying at the same time. Usually, this is triggered when you find a massive cave or an unbelievably beautiful world generation that looks beautiful and terrifying at the same time. Your brain's trying to measure how big it is compared to you. The Sublime simply reminds you that some things are meant to be experienced, not conquered. It invites you to feel awe in the presence of something far greater than yourself. 5. Liminality. Remember opening an old Minecraft world you haven't touched in years? The house is still standing, torches still lit. They always stay lit like that. Chests still packed with stuff you swore you'd use later, except no one's home anymore. The friend who used to stick TNT to your base and pretend he was helping you build your house? Gone. The server chat, dead quiet. Then you think, what happened to those people? How's their life these days? Maybe they're married, have a family, or are getting older. Nothing about the world changed. Only you did. So now you're stuck in a place that's not quite what it was. There's a word for that, liminality. But is it trying to tell you that something is wrong with your past or future? Well, it's more like the feeling of existing between two identities, places, or stages of life, where the old has ended, but the new hasn't begun. It usually happens when you open your old Minecraft world and find your old items that you said you were going to use later, but they're still there. It's simply just trying to tell you that it's okay not to belong to the past anymore without knowing the future yet. The space in between isn't empty. It's where transformation happens. 6. Numinous. Remember mining alone, deep underground, with nothing but your pickaxe and your own footsteps for company? Then you hear it. That distant cave sound, echoing in from somewhere you can't see. No obvious source. Still, you know something's down there. Some part of you needs to know what that was more than it wants to stay safe. There's a name for that feeling. Numinous. Well, it's just the feeling of encountering something mysterious, sacred, or beyond ordinary human understanding. It usually happens when you hear unknown cave sounds in complete darkness, explore a huge cave alone, or find something unexplained or rare. It simply reminds you that there are still things in the world you cannot explain, and that the unknown is not always something to avoid. Sometimes, it's what makes exploration something to look forward to. 7. Epistemic Curiosity. Remember finding something in Minecraft that just shouldn't exist? A floating island with zero explanation, a structure spawned somewhere that makes no sense at all? Cool doesn't cut it. You need to know why it happened. So you're deep into the internet trying to answer all those questions that popped up in your head. Not because it helps you survive, but because not knowing is somehow worse than running into this guy. That's epistemic curiosity. It's not the same as curiosity, but rather the irresistible drive to resolve uncertainty by seeking deeper understanding or hidden truth. It happens when you find something unexplained, explore places you have never seen before, or discover Minecraft's secrets and mechanics. It tells you that unanswered questions are not problems to avoid, but invitations to discover something new. 8. Saudade. Remember opening an old multiplayer world after everyone stopped playing? The base is still standing. Your friend's half of the house is untouched, exactly how they left it. You walk through it slowly. You remember who built what, who died to that first creeper, who you stayed up until 3 a.m. with, building nothing in particular. The world's still here, but they're not. And somewhere in you, you already know that exact friend group, that exact feeling of playing together, isn't coming back. Not because you don't want it to, but because it's not possible. That specific ache, missing people and moments you loved, knowing you can never get them back, has a name: Saudade. Well, it is simply a longing for someone or something you loved that you know, deep down, is never coming back. It happens when you revisit old Minecraft versions, old textures, old music, find old creations you forgot about, or simply remember playing Minecraft with friends. Saudade reminds you that some moments are valuable precisely because they cannot be repeated. It teaches you to appreciate what existed, even when you can only carry the memory of it forward.